in to take out a dreadnought. Get it done, Miner. We're all counting on you.
Yep, we are going after a dreadnought because this is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This is published by the same folks that make Deep Rock Galactic Ghost Ship games, but it's a different developer. I believe it's like Fun Day or something is the name of the dev. They don't have a whole lot to their name, but I'm just going to go ahead and make a prediction right now that if you weren't familiar with them before, you will be after this game reaches, ooh, yes please, early access. This is just a demo right now. The game is not actually out, so if you go onto Steam, you cannot buy it. But if you go to Steam in a timely manner relative to when this video was posted, you will indeed find that, yes, you can download a demo too. I mean, that's all I did, and I'm just sitting here playing. Now, I got to tell you, because things are going to look a little funky at some point, I have a pretty beefy computer that I record on, but I am not actually, we'll use this guy, using that computer to play the game. I'm actually playing on something different. I'm playing on a handheld computer, so things are going to be a little iffy from time to time. You might notice a little bit of stuttering. I think that's just because of the system I'm playing on, not anything that has to do with the game itself. If you don't know what this game is, well, I guess I'd first start off with, do you know Deep Rock Galactic? Because if you know Deep Rock Galactic, then you know dwarves and rock and stone and, you know, gold and nitra and bismore and Apoca blooms and bulo caps and what is it, the hard nut? I can't think what that's called right now. Basically a lot of different things. If you know all those things, well then you know Deep Rock Galactic. And you should, because it's a really good game. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those that's a really good one to play with a group of friends and just kind of laugh at the stupid stuff that happens and dying for dumb reasons and getting resurrected and someone picking you up at just the last moment and, you know, making out alive despite all of the overwhelming odds. Well, this game's kind of the same idea, except this is done more in a bullet hell. No, I always want to say bullet hell. Bullet heaven style away. Something along the lines of Vampire Survivors, Halls of Torment, Soulstone Survivors, Scarlet Tower. I mean, really, it kind of goes on and on and on. There are a bunch of these games out now, and for good reason, because they are a lot of fun. They're not for everyone, and I recognize that, but me, I actually enjoy the crap out of those games, so this one is a perfect one for me, because it combines two things I really enjoy, Deep Rock Galactic and a bullet heaven. And as I said starting out, this game's going to end up putting them on the radar, I think, Fun Day Games and just Ghost Ship. They're gonna get a lot of love for this game, and they rightly should. It's not perfect. And there are things that could be a little better. You know, it's not perfect. No game is. But the core of it is really, really good. What they have going on right now is a lot of fun. And in some respects, it can be kind of hard to explain why this is so good. And in others, it's very easy. And part of that has to do with the integration of Deep Rock Galactic. Now, I'm going to ignore that guy. I've kind of been ignoring what we're doing just because... ooh, look at that. Finally got an overclock. Let's go with Knockback. I like the sound of that. I literally just got to the point where I could get overclocks on my weapons, on 3 of them at least. And we only have 2 weapons right now, but one of them, should we get to that point, we will have an option to overclock it as well. So I guess that means we can talk a little bit more about the game loop and how it functions. As I said, it's a bullet heaven. This guy right here is the Elite Slasher. Basically, you pop into a mission. You're supposed to do a secondary once you have unlocked the possibility to do a secondary. You don't get them right off the jump. But once you unlock the ability to get a secondary, then you have secondaries that are going to give you some, basically some extra... Ooh, man, we're getting a lot of damage on this gun. This is fantastic. We'll unlock some additional ways to get some gold and all that sort of good stuff. You can collect materials along the way. And the way you progress through each individual stage, you can see on the left there's a little meter, kind of a dot, and some circles underneath with a skull in the bottom circle. That's your stage. It's kind of like you're doing a deep dive, which is kind of a fun little take on things that I wasn't necessarily expecting coming into the game. We're going to buy some of these things because, as you can see, you can buy stuff in between stages. And we can technically afford, you know what, let's just do it. We are going to overpower the crap out of this weapon. And it's not really overpowering because, trust me, when you get to the later stages, you need a bunch more damage. You need reload speed, you need damage, you need all the things. But basically, the more enemies you kill, the more you're going to progress your meter as it comes along to getting the elite to show up. You can see that at the very top, there's a meter that has kind of like 3 skulls that's slowly building toward. That's going to be our first swarm that's going to arrive. There's a box that's going to be the supply drop. There's going to be another swarm, and then the elite will show up and we're going to have a good time. Very bottom, there's a little blue bar that's filling up. That's going to be your experience meter. Obviously, as you get experience, you get levels. And as you get levels, you get upgrades, because we've been doing that all along. That's basically your game loop, is do that. Keep doing it. Collect stuff, get new things. Yes, we are taking the M100. I do enjoy this weapon a lot. Both in this game and in the actual Deep Rock Galactic. The M100, I don't always use it, but it sometimes is my go-to. The funny thing is right now, ooh boy, let's go with the reload speed, because we've been pumping up this gun. We need it to reload a little faster. The demo right now only has the Scout class. When the game gets released into early access, I feel reasonably confident in saying it'll have more than the Scout. Whether it's going to have all of them, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I wouldn't be surprised if all 4 classes are in there, but, you know, there are going to be some changes along the way, and I'm sure the game will be in development for a little while under early access, and, you know, it's cool. We already know it's going to be early access, so I'm not really worried about it per se. I think there's going to be a variety of different maps that are added, because right now you don't really have a lot of choices. I mean, it's a demo. It's not meant to show you every, like literally everything that's in the game. It's enough to get your attention and be like, hey, I think I want to put that on my wish list. And in fact, when you exit the demo, it even basically asks you, hey, you want to put this on your wish list? I'll be honest, man, I'm looking forward to this one when it comes out. I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about the full release. I'm just talking about getting into early access. It's good. It has all the good things of a bullet heaven that you'd want to see, including magnets, because magnets are amazing. We're going to take the move speed. That'll get us up to about 16% move speed, because we have some bonus by way of the character right now. And that's, I suppose, one thing to talk about, too, is your classes have upgrades to them. And I'm not sure. It's a little too early to say whether you upgrade each class individually or whether you have a generic account upgrade. I guess that's going to be one of those things that, you know, again, we'll kind of find out as we get a little closer. I could probably go onto the Discord and see if there's a bunch of information to be found about exactly how everything will work in early access. Honestly, I just kind of want to play. I don't want to read, I just want to play. And that's not to say I don't like reading, I'm just saying I just haven't gotten around to that. I kind of wanted to sit down and play, because the demo is only out for a limited time, and because of that, I really wanted to just try to dive in, so to speak, and really, you know, see what we can do. This is going to be our second elite, so this guy is getting absolutely wrecked when the primary weapon, the original weapon, is firing, along with the M100. Basically, we're hitting it with the assault rifle and the M100. We're, you know what, we're going to take 10%, because I'm basically going full kinetic weapons here. And that's in part because that seems to work well for me, and also in part because that's just kind of where we ended up. Ooh, I would like 6% reload across everything, but we're going to take that guy, because this gun is just going to be stupidly powerful by the time we're done. I should tell you a little bit about mining, how that works. You basically just walk into a wall and you mine. That's it. It's that simple. I mean, basically it's bullet heaven, so there's not a whole lot of interaction. If you're looking for a game that's really interactive, in terms of you pull the trigger, you do all the gaming, all those sorts of things, you're going to be disappointed. I mean, you just are. But if that's not what you're looking for, I think you're going to find it's a pretty good game. We're going to buy those 2 guys.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives.
This is going to be stage 3. We're going to continue to find some Apoca blooms, which, you know, it's cool. It's funny, I've only gotten the Morkite one once, I think. And Morkite takes a lot longer to mine than I remember it taking. It's more like this guy right here, where we're mining a bunch of the, I don't know, is that Bismore? I can't remember what they are. Honestly, it's been a little while since I played the game. I don't remember what every single thing is. I mean, I know this is Nitra. I mean, give me a break. I'm not that useless. Just mostly. But it's kind of funny, because I don't remember Morkite taking that long to mine in the, we'll call it the base game, the original game. But it does take a little while in this one. I'm sure that's just balancing So, you know, I mean, that's just part of how it works, is you got to balance this stuff. It's a different game. It's a different gameplay loop. Everything about it is just a little different, even though it's all in the same universe or the same world, so to speak. I mean, for the most part, same characters, all those things. Cat, please be careful over there. Got ourselves another overclock, so we've reached level 12. I don't really want to change either of... That's going to end up... fine, we'll change to plasma. I haven't tried plasma yet. That's fine. I'm a little annoyed because that means losing the kinetic bonus on this weapon, but with any luck, it'll be alright. I mean, it still seems like it's doing pretty good damage. I mean, look at 124 per shot is not too shabby. The last round I played, I think I was doing like 160 damage with criticals. So, we're okay. We're not in a bad spot by any stretch of the imagination now. Yeah, look at that, 529 with, I think that's the rifle. So there's some room for, you know, upgrades and stuff here. Don't get me wrong. We can still do better. It's kind of funny too, because sometimes you do get some interesting artifacts from the supply crates, the supply drops. And I was kind of hoping I could find another one of those. The last time around, I picked up one that gave you a bonus to your critical chance based on the amount of nitra you carry. Basically, every 1 nitra translates to 0.5% increase of critical chance. So let me tell you, man, I was ripping off criticals left and right. It was fantastic. It was a really fun run. I felt like I was really doing a lot of good stuff. We're going to take that guy just so we can get some extra health as we move along. And we're going to take that. That'll get that gun up to level 4. We didn't really talk about it, but bottom of the screen there, just above the experience bar. That's the level of the weapon. These 3 weapons right now, the first 2 will be able to overclock. The last one, the rifle, we're not going to be able to overclock. So I need to get that one to level 12 first, and then we can unlock overclocking for it. So not quite there yet, but the boomstick we can overclock, and I do like the boomstick. This is kind of, for me, this is the loadout I like so far. I've tried a couple of other different ones. I mean, I've tried pretty much every weapon, I think. I don't know. I've tried all the weapons that we've seen available in this playthrough thus far. I'm still looking for one last Apoca Bloom, and I don't want to... and there's no need to do this, I recognize that. Although we did get a bonus nitro, so that's fine. I wanted to find that last Apoca Bloom, though, just because, you know, the additional gold that you get upon completion of your secondary is pretty important, just for having more money available, more resources available for upgrades between missions. It's kind of funny, the first couple times I played, I didn't really buy any stuff in between the missions, mainly because I was just trying to get a feel for the game itself. And I was like, alright, let's just get a bunch of stuff and see what happens. I don't know, whatever, we're just going to upgrade that one. It's fine. And thus far, I think that's... oh, crap, I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? It's not that big a deal, but it does kind of suck if we can't find that. Let's do... we'll do that one. Oh, shoot. Alright, we've got a few seconds that we can try to find an Apoca Bloom. At the very least, that's worth picking up, just because that's a guaranteed level. I mean, I feel pretty confident in saying that. The only thing is, we really do have to get to the drop pod, because if you don't make it to the drop pod, that's the end. Alright, well, we're not going to finish. I'm sure I left it on the bottom left or bottom right. And I wasn't paying attention to the mini-map. I probably should have, but I wasn't, so... ooh, look at that, we got an overclock now. Minus 25 reload plus 100 clip size, that's fine. And we'll go ahead and upgrade that one to level 6 as well. And we'll buy... oh, shoot. Let's buy pretty much all the things. We'll continue upgrading the assault rifle just because that thing is really set up to rock and roll right now, and it technically needs a little more help. Now that it's no longer getting the kinetic damage boost, we need to help it out here. I'm not sure I really need to worry about getting gold right now. If we can get more Apoca Blooms. I tell you, I feel like I've had more Apoca Blooms than anything else, and that may not be accurate. I'm going to work on getting this guy to 12. I'm going to take that at the sacrifice of a decent kinetic upgrade for everything. That'll be alright, though. Not too worried about it. And I don't know if that's just, you know... I'm sure that's just kind of the way it feels, but it hasn't necessarily been that I've had more Apoca Blooms than anything else, or at least not considerably so. I mean, I remember having a couple levels in a row where it was Boulou caps. I always want to say Boulou. I don't know why. I've always said that about them. But this time around, more Apoca, and that's okay. It's not that big a deal. We are absolutely just trashing these guys. This is fantastic. I'm feeling really good about our possibilities of getting to stage 5 and maybe even getting through whatever happens to be the end there. I should tell you, I have beaten one of these dives before. I haven't tried on hazard level 2, technically because I still have some stuff to do on hazard level 1. Let's take that guy, because that's just a straight up 10% damage increase, not specific to kinetics. That's going to apply to everything, including plasma. But I wanted to finish doing all the things I need to do on the standard default difficulty before I moved on to moving it up a hazard level or 2. Sure, we'll just take experience. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. Here, I definitely want to get some more of these guys, though. You know, and at this point, I'm not sure how much longer I will continue to play the demo, only because I don't know that progress will continue on once this goes into early access. I guess I need to read about that and see if that's the case. Finished the Apoca Blooms, by the way. That was the secondary. That just finished, so we got all the bonus for that. Some various ores and golds and things and stuff, so very pleased with that. Couldn't take the damage on the shotgun there. We need to start getting it some levels so we can give it an overclock, maybe. But I definitely intend to play the game some more, all that said. I mean, I'm really enjoying this one. It's funny to me. So many things are done so well. The way the game has incorporated the Deep Rock world and the Deep Rock gameplay, it's really well done. And because of that, it makes this game have a little more depth than some of the other Bullet Heavens do, in a way that I think might end up kind of highlighting to other developers out there that you can do a lot more with those games than what we've seen. I mean, I've played a bunch of them. I have dozens upon dozens, sometimes many, many dozens of hours. And a whole host of games. Vampire Survivors, Halls of Torment, I mentioned those earlier, Scarlet Tower, Project Lazarus. I didn't like 20 minutes to, is it 20 minutes to midnight? Something like that, as much as some of the others. It's still good, it's not really my favorite. Spellbook Demon Slayers, that's a good one. Soulstone Survivors, like, I've played oodles of these games, and I have put hundreds of hours into all of them, which maybe says more about me than I really am comfortable with admitting, but I just did. I can't take that back. I mean, I guess I could edit this video, but I'm not going to. And having played all of those, I mean, Scarlet Tower's probably been my favorite. No, I should probably throw Pathfinder Gallows Spire Survivors in there too. I have quite a few hours in that one. So, I mean, come on, I've played a bunch of them. But this one's knocking on the door. And I think once it goes into early access and I'm able to really get a full appreciation for what the game is going to look like, since pretty much all those other games are also still in early access. Oh, I didn't even mention Brotato. Brotato's good, and I realize Brotato has a slightly different gameplay loop, but I'm including it because it's good. I mean, I don't know, it just, this game, it might end up jumping up to being my favorite. I think there's a real possibility here. I'm not going to make it, am I? Oh, man. This is brutal. We're going to be cutting it close. Nah, we got plenty of time. Never mind, we're fine. Oof, I was worried there for a moment. It's just, this game is good. I love the idea that you have more things to do. It really, truly is an important change. We need all the things we can get for that weapon, because that's still something we're working on. Sure, we'll take that guy. Uh-oh. Device battery's low. It's hilarious. I thought I had it actually plugged in and powered. I didn't. Been playing on battery the whole time. That's hilarious. That maybe has been some of the hiccupiness. I don't know. Maybe not. Either way. We're going to rip through this last stage. We need to destroy the Cocoons, so I guess I can stop getting the gold. That doesn't really matter, but all these various other ore are used for upgrades. And I'll try to pay attention to the mini-map and see if I can find the cocoons. Here's one over here. No thanks to the mini-map. That was just thanks to me actually paying attention. I know, weird, right? We don't need to upgrade that one any more than we already have. It is stupidly upgraded. We'll take the other one just in the hopes that we can get one more upgrade and get ourselves an overclock. And we're going to need a little more health here, so we'll take that, and that'll give us ever so slightly maximum health. And we've still got a few of these guys to find. We've got 2 more to find here. Let's just focus on getting rid of these guys right quick. Oh man, that knockback is just way too good. See that? That guy was just totally getting staggered. I mean, they're not small either. They can take a lot of punishment. And that knockback was just pushing him back like no one's business. That was fantastic. I'm gonna stop and collect this guy too, because, you know, upgrades and stuff. This will get us an overclock. That's what I wanted. We're gonna go minus reload, increase clip size. Yeah, that'll be fine. We don't necessarily have a ton of reload speed extra, but we have enough that we can deal with a loss of 25%. Between general account, character, whatever upgrades, as well as what we've picked up along the way here, we're fine. I'm being really, really super sloppy here, and I don't even know why. I'm going to end up dying. All right, I need to stop doing this. Here, let's get rid of this guy. Hey, I was trying to mine that, but thanks for the assist. I do appreciate that. Here, let's pick up all those things. I also want to grab this guy just because I want to be a good player. You're supposed to grab these things. They matter. Okay, you need to back up, and that's going to get us another level, and then let's just go ahead and increase our pickup radius. I'm a big fan of increased pickup radius in games, these kinds of games. All right, the Dreadnought is out, but I don't want to go after it just yet. Ah, crud, man. I think we need a little more area damage would be super helpful right now. Here, we're going to go ahead and grab some health, because we need some health, and my cat over there is going to be making a bunch of noise behind the scenes. You just got to ignore her, if you don't mind. All right, so Dreadnought is out and about, and all of this stuff is bouncing off the Dreadnought. Hi, you're going to jump? Not a big deal. Here, let's make sure we can get rid of the Mactera and all of these other guys. I don't really want to deal with all of them at once. Yeah, I knew that was going to hurt. It's all right. We'll get through everyone. That guy's going to drop some big old bonusy experience over here that I would like, because that might give us an upgrade that's important. Like, boom, right there, another 10% reload speed. That helps counteract the minus 25 we took with the boomstick overclock. Yeah, this guy's basically toast. I mean, we're shredding him. You can jump all you want, buddy. It's not going to matter here. I'll even just stand here. Like, I don't even care. It's fine. It's fine. Here, we're going to pick this guy up. That'll be enough for another level. I don't know if it actually matters at this point, but sure, whatever. We'll just take that. This is all done. And that right there is a clean, mostly clean run. We got under triple-digit health one time, I think. Maybe twice. Once early on and then once in this mission. That was a very clean run. I'm very pleased with that. At the end, of course, you get the breakdown, damage done, the DPS of your weapon. You can see that the assault rifle was just hands down the best. Although the sniper rifle was kind of knocking on the door, and even the boomstick, man, the shotgun was looking pretty good at the end. I don't know. I love any game that gives me a lot of numbers like that. So we unlocked gold-tipped bullets. Excellent. That's a new artifact that we can get from the supply drop, as well as the hot plasma. And then I'll just show you real quick here. Here are your upgrades. They're pretty basic. We'll see if this changes and if we get more. You got armor here, more credit gains, some more, basically more gold, essentially, more credits. Target practice, that's going to be your critical chance. That's your overall damage, which, man, I still need more. Need more things. Life regen, which that's kind of handy. Luck, that's going to give you higher rarity when you're doing level ups or buying things in between missions, that sort of stuff. Better chance for higher quality things. Additional experience, reload speed, pickup radius. As I said, I love pickup radius. Movement speed, mining speed, and then maximum HP. And that right there is a game that is going to be fantastic when it's available. But for the love of all that is good, please change the font of the 0 because it's very hard to read on a 7-inch screen. That's all I got for right now. Catch you on another one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later.